Rana here and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time stopping by. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you can be a part of the beauty club. So y'all, I decided I might as well just go ahead and make this video, have it as a get ready with me and an update and all that good stuff because it's like a loud echo in here. Why does it sound like that? Can I shut this? Is that better? I feel like that low-key made it worse. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing myself. Anywho, by the thumbnail on this video, you can already tell what's been happening. But I will tell y'all this before I get started with everything. This is why I can't do a get ready with me and do my makeup and talk because I just be talking. If you follow my Instagram, which I highly encourage because YouTube doesn't find stuff out until the last minute, low-key. So if you follow me on Instagram, then you already know that I have been a showgirl on the Las Vegas Strip for about a month now. So I know that I'm just not telling you guys on here, but I really wanted to just make sure I got everything, like, I wanted to get some experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really wanted to figure everything out and see what it was all about, see if that's what I wanted to do before I came on here and telling y'all about my new job and then I'm not doing it no more. Then it's like, what's the point? I've been doing this for a month now. It's just a part-time job. I still have my regular full-time job because I'm not leaving that job just to go be a showgirl. Don't get me wrong, some girls, that's their only job, which is totally fine. You know, that works for them. For me right now, the money doesn't make sense for me to leave my full-time job and then go do showgirling. I never really saw myself doing that, like a couple years ago especially. I didn't really think about it, doing something like that so far out of my comfort zone until I moved here, to be honest. Like, I never even thought like, yeah, I'm gonna move to Vegas. I wanna do the full Vegas experience and be a showgirl and work on a strip. Like, no, that was never a thought in my head, okay? What happened is the way I even got interested was, this was New Year's of 2021 and my family was here visiting for the New Year's and we saw some of the showgirls, and so I was talking to them and they were I was asking them, you know, do they work for a company and do they hire girls, like thicker girls, because as y'all know I'm not a size 2. And so they were just like, yeah, they were like, they don't discriminate against size and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I got their business card. They told me how to apply. So I'm like, all right, cool, boom. So I applied and all that stuff, and I never heard back from anybody, right? Never heard back from anybody. And so I was just like, okay, it is what it is. Like, they probably prefer like thinner girls. Maybe they didn't even see my application. Who knows? I don't know. It's out of my control. I left it at that. Fast forward to the ending of last year. So still 2021, but this was like December of last year. So I met a friend who's a showgirl and I was already telling her that I wanted to leave my job. This was the salon job. I was saying that I wanted to leave my job. And so she was telling me, you know, you should come do what I do. And she told me she was a showgirl, and I was like, wow. I'm like, that would be like so amazing because that's like some good, easy money. Move forward. I didn't hear back from them for months from the company I work for. Then I finally heard back from them. We set up an appointment to do an interview, so I'm super excited, of course. And so then if it's like so windy outside, like they don't work, they don't open up or anything like that. And y'all look at my tan. I know this foundation look a little off, but this was my old color. We're gonna make it happen. They got back to me and we rescheduled and stuff for a good day that they were open. And I got hired the day that I went into the interview, which I was like, thank the Lord. And so everything went well. I think that interview was like a Sunday, I believe. I think that interview was like on a Sunday. I technically started that week because I had started that Friday. So I had to go through my training, and the training was interesting just because you don't make as much money just because you are in training, which that's like a normal job. That's nothing like, you know, surprising. I'm like, okay, well, I can't base anything off of what I'm making now because I'm not making the full amount that I would have, you know, if I wasn't in training. I'm gonna make like other videos and stuff too, just telling y'all about my experience, like things people say to us because they think they can say any old thing to us or whatever. I can tell like it's a really good job. I can tell like it has like potential to make a whole bunch of money because there's some girls who make like really great money You just really gotta have that hustle. You gotta, I wouldn't even say it's a certain time of the day because we can go throughout the whole day, because girls can make money all throughout the morning or throughout the night, you know? So it really doesn't matter, but you really have to like be great at that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one job you can't be shy with. Like, if you are shy or like too quiet, and if you're not willing to get out of that shell, at least for that job while you on shift, then that's not really that wouldn't really work. Like, I've always been more like not as loud and like not in your face. I mean, I guess over the years, like I feel like at some point I may have become like a little bit more outgoing. I don't know if I would describe my personality as that at the moment still, but I can tell you one thing, once I get out there on that strip and I put that headpiece on, it's a wrap. Like, I'm not this no more. Like, you are in full costume and you then have to become this person that's gonna get you some money. Like, my first couple days, like, that's what I was thinking. Like, I was like, oh my God, like, you out here asking for money basically. Not like in a weird way. Of course you getting money for pictures and stuff. Oh, just in case nobody know what a showgirl is, because people have their own definitions of a showgirl, especially the ones that's just walking the strip. We literally, all we do is just take pictures with people. People come to Vegas, they want to have a good time, they want to have that Vegas experience, and we just take pictures with them. You know what I mean? Like, talk to them for like a couple minutes, and that's literally it. Like I said, at some point you're gonna have a conversation about money. Like, I wasn't saying nothing at first because I was in training, so I was letting my partner say everything. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, you can start, you know, asking for a certain amount of money. My normal self, I don't like asking for money. So I'm like, while I'm out here, it felt the same, you know? Like, I had to really like separate the two. I got over that real quick. Just moral of this story, I got over that real quick. I'm just saying, like, you really can't be out there like scary, you know? Like, you have to be willing to talk to people, even if it's somebody that you feel like you wouldn't normally talk to on a regular day when you're not at work. You need to learn how to talk to those people, because you never know who's gonna give you what. Whether y'all believe it or not, there's some people out here that are just giving money away, and I'm not kidding you. They just give money away, and so we're the lucky ones who come in their path and then they take a picture with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can't judge somebody just based off how they look. I promise you. Like, I will legit talk to and say hi to the oldest person on the strip. I wouldn't say the youngest, but y'all get what I'm saying? Like, if they look like they're at least 19, 20-ish, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, okay. But if they look like teenagers, like, I might say hi to them just to be nice, but I'm not gonna like try to, I don't know, it's just that to me still feel weird, like talking to a teenager. You cannot be like discriminating out there at all. I swear to God, you cannot. So once you get out of your own head as far as like who you talk to, that type of stuff, then it makes it a lot easier, because at this point, then you're just talking to everybody. I really enjoyed the job, like I said, because for one, it is helping me. I should say it has, because like I feel like I'm already at that point, but just like getting out of the little shell that I was in, the little one that I still needed to break out of because I still had a little one. Just going out there and having fun, you know? Like, don't compare one day to the next. So if you don't do that great one day, don't go out the next day thinking you're going to have the same type of day. It's all a mindset thing. And even if you don't have the best day or a day that you would like to have, that doesn't mean like you have to be negative about it, you know? But there are some factors that will still like make you feel some type of way if your night don't go how you want it to go. Cause some of these people out, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, they be out here low-key crazy. Like, I don't know why the homeless people be feeling like they can just come up to us. Like, I understand, like, we are out here, you wouldn't go up to nobody normal, like, just walking by. Like, y'all purposely look for us and try to, like, attack us and stuff like that. I have not personally been attacked, knock on wood. I don't ever want to be, but it's been multiple situations I've heard of showgirls being attacked by these people. Like, what do y'all have against us? Like, I don't understand. It's only been a month for me so far. I started, if you don't know what EDC is, it's, what's it called? Electrical Dance Carnival or something like that. That's what EDC stands for. It's this real big, like, festival basically. There's a bunch of people who come here for that. Their outfits are like bodysuits and neon stuff and like glitter and all types of stuff, right? So unfortunately, that's the weekend I started, the weekend of this festival. And so these people are basically low-key dressed like us in a way. They didn't want no pictures. You know, like none of those people stopped for a picture. They was like trying to get to the festival, trying to get to where they was going, which is completely understandable. You know, I'm not mad at them for that, but I'm like, wow, this would just so happen to be the weekend I start working. Then with me only making a certain percentage while I was in training, I can't compare none of that to what's happening right now. And then unfortunately also, I don't even want to say unfortunately, like I'm just like that's an excuse or a reason, but it is getting hotter outside. It's now June, the middle of June. We are, the highest it has been about 106, I believe. So if you're not from the West Coast, or even if you are, if you just really can't stand heat, you're not out there just chilling, you really not, and definitely not trying to take no pictures with nobody. You have to take all that type of stuff into consideration as well. I'm just trying to like really see like how it is, because I said I want to at least do it for a year, do it all four seasons here in Vegas. And so that way I can really see like the difference, you know, see if people seem to be more irritated in the summertime than in the winter. Because right now, like I said, people are just like, I've heard that excuse before, like asking somebody want to take a picture and they're just like, no, it's too hot. Yeah, I'm sorry if my thoughts are just all over the place because I ain't have nothing written down. I was like, I'm just going to the dome because I have so much to cover. So yeah, I've heard that before. So I'm like, though that's not an excuse because I'm looking like you just literally just sitting here. If you so hot, get into one of the casinos. Like, so you're not that hot because you outside of, I think it was the MGM. I'm like, you're outside of the casino, so you're not that hot. Anyway, I'm just really trying to see like how it is throughout the year. I don't know. I'm really trying to figure everything out. But like I say, overall, I really do enjoy the job. It's super fun. I love messing with people and joking with people. And for the most part, like, a lot of people are nice. You have the people who like ignore us or like make stank face or something like that, which is totally fine. I don't really care if they just continue to walk, but don't say nothing disrespectful because some people definitely be trying it. But a lot of times people are just like having fun and stuff like that. Because at first I was thinking like, all right, well, this gonna be like easy peasy. These people just gonna be drunk. They just gonna be wanting to take pictures. They gonna be wanting to do blah, 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 and just give all their money away. And it's not quite like that. Again, that was my thoughts before going into it. Nobody ever told me that, so just disclosure, well, I guess disclaimer, nobody ever told me to expect that. That was just what I was thinking. No, that's not the case at all. So if anybody ever thinks about Vegas and how it is, trust me, the Vegas Strip is not just full of drunk people. 90% of the people are sober. Like, that's just what I've experienced. Most of the people that walks around are sober. Like, it's really not as bad as you probably would think it would be. But those are the people who I thought would be like the most fun and stuff like that. No, not quite. And so once you realize that, once you get out there and you're like, okay, it's not quite like that. These are sober people. So now you gotta like really deal with different personalities, so many different personalities, and just so many people thinking they funny and they not, they trying to make jokes. Like, you just gotta deal with so much every second of the day, like, you know, or every second of your shifts. So like, you really got to be on your P's and Q's about everything. Like, you really got to just be out there and be careful. Like I say, have fun while you're doing it, but you really have to make sure like you are paying attention to like a lot of stuff. Don't let people get too close if they not taking a picture. Other than that, if you taking a picture, of course I'm right next to you. Other than that, don't get close to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still a regular human being. Though I'm out here in this costume, that does not give you consent to touch me. Let me tell you about that. I said I was gonna make a whole nother video. But I'm gonna tell y'all this one. At least this one, so y'all know what type of stuff to expect. And then the next video is coming up. And what to look forward to. So this one guy, we had took a picture with this couple. And so we were talking to them and stuff like that. Mind y'all, I heard a guy walking up. Oh, I saw him actually. I looked his way because I heard him say, he was like, ooh, or something like that. So I looked at him while I have these people in front of me and my partner. And so that's what it's called whenever you like are working with another girl, is your partner. So I'm gonna have different partners all the time. So don't think it's just one person or the same person. So me and her, we sitting there talking to this couple and stuff like that. Like asking them where they're from, you know, casual conversation. And so then I hear this guy saying, "Oh, something." So I look over, I see him, and I look back at what I was doing, because that's not my business. You know, the people in front of me are my business. So next thing I know, y'all, this man touches like my hip. Don't touch. Okay, let me tell y'all this, just in case, because I don't know who are going to be viewing this video. If you have ever or are thinking about coming to the strip or anywhere with some type of like street performers or somebody that like walks the strip, like Showgirl, stuff like that, do not think that just because they out here that you have the right to touch them. Honestly, don't even feel like you got the right to say whatever it is you want to say. Don't get disrespectful, because you have to also understand we will get disrespectful back. So if you've ever experienced that and you probably wondering like, or thinking that we not going to say whatever it is we want to say, trust and believe we will say what we want to say, because we don't have to tolerate disrespect and people touching us that's not supposed to be touching us. Even if you are taking a picture with us, of course, you're going to put your arms around somebody's waist. That we all are taking a picture side by side. But don't think that just because you're taking a picture with them that you got the right to grab their butt, because I promise you, that's when it's gonna go south. Don't do it. Don't try it. I don't recommend it at all. So about going back to the story. So this guy, he's like, ooh, he walks past. He like rubs. Here, let me show y'all. So he like walked by and he like did like this, right? And I was like, you trying to pay for that? I don't mean to make it sound like a hooker, because we ain't hookers. We just out here taking pictures with people. So don't think that I'm like, oh, if you want to touch me, you got to pay. That's not what I was saying. But I was basically saying, you understand that we out here taking pictures with people. I'm not out here for you to just be touching on me. So if you at least want to give me a tip, but keep your hands to yourself. But if you not gonna keep your hands to yourself and you not trying to pay no type of money, that's where I got a problem. That's where I'm going with this. So I was like, you trying to pay for that? Now, keep in mind, this couple was still in front of me. So I had to get out of character for like 2 seconds. And I hated that, but it is what it is. So I was like, you trying to pay for that? He was like, I ain't trying to pay for nothing. I said, well, then don't put your hands on me. And so then he just kept walking. So then I had to turn around. I'm just looking like, now I got these people right here. But I'm like, I would have preferred to check him in the moment versus letting that go and slide, because I don't want him feeling like he can just touch on anybody else, any showgirls, whether they work for us or not. Like, don't think you could just be out here touching on people, because I guarantee you, if it was just a regular group of people just sitting here talking, you would not have put your hands on me. Like, if we was in regular clothes and it was just the 4 of us having a regular conversation, you would have not touched me. So don't think that just because I'm out here in a bodysuit and fishnets that you got the right to touch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say whatever it is you want to say. I'm not saying to be disrespectful, but I can let you get away with a lot more whenever you just say something stupid or slick out your mouth versus putting your hands on me. Like, that's where you cross the line. I'm not going to let that slide. So if you ever think about coming to Las Vegas or wherever that may have showgirls or something similar like in this industry and you see them, don't put your hands on them, because like, that's where you cross the line, and whatever happens after that, if you get cussed out or if they put their hands on your back, that's on you. That's not on them. Don't get salty if somebody react to you the way they react, because you don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. So I just wanted to say that because he really irritated me. And like, when I had told somebody that story, they was just like, they was like, oh, you said that? Like, basically, like, was somebody in front of you? And I'm just looking like, yeah, I wasn't supposed to. Like, absolutely, I said something that, like, they had already took their pictures, and I'm pretty sure they would have understood 100% why I had to react that way, even though these people was just right in front of me. Like, I hate that I even had to, because it was like a whole bunch of people around and stuff like that, and they probably already think Showgirls is probably like a scam anyway. But I'm just like, I needed to say what I had to say to him in that moment, because he didn't even try to be like, or at least do it and try to get my attention and be like, can I get a picture next or something like that. He didn't even try to do nothing like that. By the time he did that, he did it like while he was, so basically he was behind me. He was walking as he did it. And so by the time he was like a couple feet away, and then that's when it happened. I'm looking like, you're not even trying to get no picture. Like, what makes you think you can put your hands on somebody? Like, I don't really understand. And like I said, please do not ever think that just because we work for a company that we gotta go by customer service and be polite. No, we can say whatever it is that we want to say to these people. I promise you that. So try it if you want to with somebody. The only way you're gonna get away with that is if somebody is already type of quiet. Other than that, if it's somebody that's gonna say whatever it is that they need to say to you, you're not getting away with that. I promise you that. You are not getting away with that. So that's how that situation happened. I think that's really one of the only things that really like irritated me, that I had to like say something to somebody like that. So far, I haven't had anybody else that like, I don't think I've had anybody say anything that was like super disrespectful. If I do, I'll put it in another video, like, or in that video that I'll probably make with just the stories that's been happening. Like I said, y'all, majority of the time you having fun. You walking around talking to people, you walking around nonstop, and you just talking to people. You meet different people. I don't even know their names. So I wouldn't say so far like I'm gonna just expect y'all to know what I'm talking about, because I won't be able to give y'all much description. Apparently we have met some famous soccer player. I forgot where he was from. They had an accent. Like, the soccer player was talking to my partner. So his friend comes up to me and we're talking. And so he was asking me like what we were doing. And so we're like, you know, he's trying to get a picture. So he was just, the friend was like, wait, he's getting a picture with you or you getting a picture with him? I'm looking like, you don't know how this go? I didn't say that because he was a nice guy, but I'm just like, no. I'm like, he's trying to get a picture with us. And so he was like, do you know who he is? So I'm like, no. I'm like, who is he? And so I believe he said his name, and like, he was saying how he played soccer and he was from another country and whatever. And he was saying something about what was he saying about the World Cup? Something like that, y'all. I'm terrible with sports. Don't ask me no sports. So he was saying something about that. So I was like, oh, okay. I'm just saying, oh, okay. At first, I was about to Google it. I swear to God, I was about to put my phone out and Google this man. But I'm like, I don't want to look thirsty. Like, it don't make no difference to me. But he tipped us very well. So he wasn't lying about having money. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know who this man is. And they went on about their dad. It was really nice. And then afterwards, the soccer player comes up to me. And he was joking with me about my eyelash and stuff like that. So we was laughing because my eyelashes was super long that day. And so then he was like, wow, black really doesn't crack. I was like, no, not at all. So so I'm 27. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna look like this when I'm 47. And he started like cracking up. And then after that, they had left or whatever. And then a couple weeks after, apparently we met a UFC fighter. Now, I feel like I know his face, unless he looked like somebody else. He did look familiar. And y'all know how those fighters, like, they face all look the same. Like, you could tell they just like been punching face a zillion times. Like, he had that look, so I believed him. But I could have sworn I've seen this guy's face before, but he barely spoke English. Like, we wasn't really talking to him. The guy we were talking to spoke English, of course, but when he did speak to him, they spoke in another language. So I don't know exactly his name or where they're from or nothing like that. But the guy we were talking to, the friend, he did say that he was a UFC fighter and they were in town. And I think that was around the time, like, there was some fights going on and stuff. So every now and then you'll run into, like, some famous people and stuff like that. But probably not too famous that they get to still walk around. And majority of the people probably wouldn't even know who they are. But so far, that's the only people that we have, that I've met. So stuff like that, little different opportunities like that. Like, you'll run into some people, because it's people out here with money. I don't care what these people be trying to act like they ain't got no money. It's people out here with some cash, okay? Just for example, we didn't take a picture with the UFC fighter. He didn't want a picture. But the soccer player gave us $100. So that just goes to show you, is people out here willing to just give money away. I don't care. It's just like, for a picture, we don't charge. That's what he wanted to give us. So why wouldn't we take it? Like, so right now, I am getting ready, even though I don't even know if I'm gonna be working tonight, because again, y'all, if it's like super windy outside, if it's like a certain like temperature, like mile per hour, we don't get to wear the feathers on our heads, which kind of sucks, because that's the fun part. Like, I love wearing the feathers, and like that's when you know you're gonna get some money. But then if it's still like within a certain mile per hour with the wind, then we switch it up and we don't do the feathers. But then if it's too windy, we don't work at all. So as of right now, it's super windy. Like right now, I checked it was 23 miles per hour. So we still waiting to hear back to see if we are going to be working or not. So I just preferred, I said, one, I need to film this video anyway, me talking about this. Two, I might as well just go ahead and do my makeup just in case I do have to work. And I'm not just sitting around waiting to hear, and then they say, yeah, we're working, and then I'm not ready, you know? And that's why it's so convenient for me to work from home, because I get to do this while I'm at work, but I'm done with my work. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all, my get ready with me doing makeup be taking me way too long. Like, longer than what I want it to be. Oh, let me tell you about this cute little story. This one girl, so we were in the bathroom and she was washing her hands. We were pretty much just like kind of like taking a break low-key. And so she was saying how we looked so pretty, and that she wished she had the confidence to do this, like to be out here, you know, because y'all, we in like little bodysuits for real, like low-key, think of a swimsuit, you know? And so she was saying, like, you know, she wished she had that confidence to be out here and to do that. And she was also saying that that's the reason why she doesn't really show her stomach, because she didn't feel like that confident. And so she had like a little crop top on, and she also had on a sweater. So my partner was like, take your sweater off. And so she was like, well, no, I just kept it on just in case I got cold. Y'all, this was a couple weeks ago. It was 100 degrees, okay? So she was just like, probably 85 at night. I don't care where you at in the world, 85 is warm. So she was just like, oh, just in case I get cold. And we like, oh, okay, we knew that was a lie. We know that's your security blanket, you know? And so she left, and, you know, we were just talking to her a little bit, and we're just like, you're absolutely beautiful. Just do whatever you are comfortable with, but you're going to be beautiful regardless whether you have this sweater on or not. So she left. So coincidentally, as soon as we got outside, we saw her, right? And she had her sweater off. And I was like, because she waved to us. Because I'm looking like, this is the girl we just talked to. So she waved, and so that's why it clicked. I put two and two together. I'm like, this is her. She waved, and so I was like, oh, you took your sweater off. So she was like, yeah. And so her boyfriend was like, thank you. So I'm guessing she told him what had just happened. And so he was like, thank you. And so then we was talking to them a little bit, seeing what they're about to do for the night and where they were about to go. And so then they walked off. So we were kind of like walking and talking with them a little bit. So then they decided to get a picture and stuff. And like, I'm just like, that made me feel like I was just so happy, because I'm like, we gave her like that little bit of like courage. Like, you know, like, you don't have to wear a sweater. Like, you are beautiful. Like I say, whether you're in a sweater or not, I'm like, you know, take the sweater off, you know, like, you look good, girl. And she did. And I'm hoping she kept it off all night, to be honest with you, because first of all, it was hot. Second of all, I don't know anything about this girl, or, you know, why she feels the way she feels about her body, but I just know I just wanted to make sure she knew she had the right to feel beautiful in whatever it is she was wearing. And y'all, I can tell y'all, it was probably like this much of her stomach showing at the bottom. Like, she had on a low crop top. So like, she had like some high waist and like a low crop top. She barely had any skin showing. And like I said, I was just like, no, girl, you look good. Show your body off. You look amazing, okay? Because, and it has nothing to do with size. That's why I'm not even saying what size she is. I'm just like, girl, go rock your body, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, go feel beautiful and go live your life, because ain't nobody thinking about you. I promise you. I don't know. Again, I don't know what she has been through and the reason she feels the way she feels about her body. That's all on her. But I'm glad she took it off at that moment. Like, she felt good enough in that moment to take her sweater off when she got outside. Not like, oh, tomorrow I'm gonna wear something. Like, she was just like, yeah, they right. I can take this off and I can like wear what I want to wear, you know? So I was happy about that. That made me really, really happy. So really, like, that's what I mean. Like, it's more to it than just taking pictures. Like, you are out here with tens of thousands of people a day. You talk to so many different people. People will come up to us and may not even be trying to take a picture, but they may just talk to us about something, you know? Like, we're not gonna hold a long conversation, but you know, if you're a nice person, I can tell you're kind and you're not trying to be like ignorant or nothing like that. Like, I don't mind, like, you know, talking to you, you know what I'm saying? I've even gotten a few people to I don't want to say gotten, like, you got to get somebody, but like a few people have decided to take pictures just because we were talking to them. So like, I saw this one couple, they were sitting on the side outside of MGM, and I was like, I just walked up to them, I'm like, what y'all doing? And so they were saying that they was about to find something to do, and that they were here for their honeymoon. And so I was just asking them like when they got married, just random stuff. And so then she was like, babe, you want a picture? And so I'm looking like I didn't even come up to them for a picture. I just saw some people and I was like, what y'all doing? You know, like, I'm just like, it is what it is. You know, a lot of people don't want to take pictures, and I'm totally fine with that. But I'm like, if I'm out here, I might as well have a good time. Like, I'm not about to be like butthurt just because I walk past 10 people and they don't want a picture. Like, I'm still gonna be out here and enjoy myself and being me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many people, especially like girl groups. Like, if I see them and like if they're dressed up, I'm like, where y'all going? Where the party at? You know, like, you just have fun with people. Like, I don't know. 9 times out of 10, they trying to get to where they're going. They in heels. Their feet probably already hurting. They just trying to get to where they're going. I know they probably don't want a picture, but I'm just being nosy. Like, where y'all going? Where the fun at tonight? And I have zero intention of going. You know? Stuff like that. It makes it fun. All right, darling. So it is a completely different day. It's the next day. I realized that I didn't actually finish that video, so this is a completely different face of makeup. So what happened after I filmed that little bit was they did decide to cancel our shift. So if you know me, you know I'm gonna go to sleep. So I just took a nap right after that and ended up not doing anything for work. So that's the reason why I didn't even think about the rest of the video, because I'm like, I was supposed to like complete the video, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't even think about it because the shift was canceled. Anywho, like I said, I just wanted to come back on here. This lighting is not the best right now in my bedroom, but I just wanted to come back on here and just kind of like finish the video, like I say. So now I'm just repeating myself. So I know y'all are gonna have a zillion questions maybe. You know, feel free to ask. I'm an open book when it comes to that. I don't mind sharing anything about like the job or whatever. If y'all want to hear more funny stories, then let me know. If y'all want to hear more just stories period on like some of the stuff that these people be saying to us, just let me know. I'll probably just be making a video about it anyway, but if y'all want a video dedicated just for that, just let me know. I can definitely do that for you guys. But just to let you all know, I won't be able to like record that much while I'm inside like getting dressed with all the girls. I'm normally one of the first ones there for my shift just because I like to get to places early, so I'm usually one of the first ones. So I won't be showing you guys like a tour of like our changing room or anything like that, but I can do some stuff, but it will be very minimum because I don't want anyone to be like in the background. I don't want anybody's faces in it, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just for the privacy of the girls and stuff. Like if they choose to be in it, if they see me recording and if they jump in, that's one thing. But I'm not gonna like just be recording and just girls walking in the back. I don't want to do that. So, yeah. So I just wanted to just come on here. Boom. Sorry, y'all. I'm tired. It's like almost midnight and I'm ready to go to bed. And I have to wake up early tomorrow to braid hair anyway. So, with that being said, and I just took my wig off too. With that being said, I love y'all. And as my mother used to always say, it does not matter what you do in life. Always be the best at it. And I will catch y'all on Monday.